Benjamin Franklin loved his country. We all know him for being one of the founding fathers of the United States. He was also the inventor of bifocals and made important early discoveries about electricity. We've all seen his face on the $100 bill, which is particularly interesting when you consider the fact that he wasn't even a US president. That's how much he was loved by America. When Ben died, he left a very special gift for his two favorite American cities. Franklin was intrigued by the concept of compound interest. In 1785, he established two trusts and bequeathed 1,000 British pounds to his native city of Boston, Massachusetts, and 1,000 pounds to his adopted city of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Franklin calculated exactly how much money he thought his trusts would grow to and laid out the details of where he wanted that money to go. Franklin decided the funds should go to artisans and apprentices because they were, in his words, most likely to make good citizens. He himself was an apprentice printer at one time. His plan was for the money to gather interest for 100 years. By his estimation, he believed the funds would be worth $130,000 at the end of that period. According to his will, Ben wanted $100,000 to go to public works and the other $30,000 to keep accumulating interest for another 100 years. He calculated that the total amount at that point would be around $4 million. When 200 years had passed, $3 million was to be given to the state government and the rest to the inhabitants of the town. He wanted the money to be loaned to young married craftsmen who would pay it back at a 5% interest rate over a period of 10 years. In 1907, the Benjamin Franklin Fund in Philadelphia had exceeded his expectations and grown to $172,350. At this point, $133,000 was transferred to the Franklin Institute, a hands-on science museum. 200 years after Franklin passed away, the Philadelphia Fund had grown to $2 million. The city initially decided to use $520,000 to promote tourism projects, but later changed its mind after the public rejected this idea. The money was eventually used to help educate young people in applied sciences and trades. The remaining $1.5 million went directly to the state of Pennsylvania. The Boston Fund had grown to an even more impressive $391,000 after 100 years, because the city decided to invest the money more aggressively in the stock market. At the 100-year mark, a portion of the funds was used to create the Franklin Union Technical School, but the majority of the money continued gathering interest. By 1990, the Boston Fund was worth nearly $5 million. Boston, too, faced controversy about how to use the money. It took years of fighting, and the state Supreme Court had to step in to make the decision. The highest court of Massachusetts ruled the money would be evenly split between the state and the city of Boston. Pretty cool, right? In 1785, 2,000 British pounds was about 9,000 US dollars. Through the power of compound interest, that $9,000 grew to $7 million. If you had a 200-year trust fund, how would you want the money to be spent? Let us know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. And remember, a penny saved is a penny earned.